Welcome to Psych Insight, the YouTube channel that views the world through the lens of psychology. We dive into the depths of human behavior, thought processes, and the power of the mind. We unravel the mysteries of why we do what we do and how we can harness this knowledge to better ourselves. If you're new here, you're about to embark on an exciting journey of discovery. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. We're glad to have you as part of our growing community. If you find our content helpful and enlightening, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. The more we understand ourselves and each other, the better we can navigate this complex world. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. Your support helps us create more content for you. Today we're going to delve into a fascinating topic: the power of self-transformation. It's about taking control of your identity, becoming the architect of your own destiny, and harnessing the power to influence those around you. So buckle up and let's dive right into it. And as always, thank you for being here and for being a part of the Psych Insight community. Imagine if you could shape and mold your identity, just like an artist sculpts a masterpiece. You can, and it's called self-transformation. This concept is not a figment of imagination, but a reality that can be achieved by anyone who dares to take control of their destiny. Now, let's delve into the importance of self-transformation in gaining power and influence. Self-transformation is like a secret weapon, a tool we can utilize to craft our public persona and image consciously. It's not just about changing who you are, but about evolving, adapting, and growing. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and showing that to the world. This concept is beautifully encapsulated in Law 25, Recreate Yourself, from Robert Greene's renowned book, The 48 Laws of Power. This law encourages us to take charge of our image, to continually reinvent ourselves, and to control how we are perceived by others. It's about being the author of your own story, the sculptor of your own statue, the architect of your own destiny. But why is this important? Well, by continuously evolving, we stay relevant. By keeping others off balance, we maintain an element of surprise, ensuring we are never fully predictable. By controlling our perception, we manage the narrative surrounding us, effectively turning our life into a work of art. Imagine the power that comes from being able to reinvent yourself, to redefine your character and your identity. It's like being a chameleon, changing colors at will to adapt to different environments. This power allows you not only to survive, but to thrive, to gain influence, and to command respect. It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? The power to change, to adapt, to transform. The power to become whoever you want to be, to shape your destiny and influence those around you. It's a power that lies within each of us, waiting to be unlocked. Just like a chameleon changes its colors to adapt to its environment, you too can mold your image to gain power and influence. And that, my friends, is the power of self-transformation. History, a grand stage where some characters leave everlasting imprints. Let's see who among them understood and used the power of Law 25. Our first example is the Queen of Pop, Madonna. A chameleon of the entertainment industry, Madonna has continually reinvented herself throughout her career, keeping her on top of the charts for decades. Starting out as a girl-next-door pop star in the 80s, she transformed into a provocative, boundary-pushing icon in the 90s. From there, she embraced spiritual themes, became a dance music diva, and even ventured into folk and electronic music. Madonna's ability to recreate herself has kept her relevant and influential, embodying the essence of Law 25. On the other hand, we have Howard Hughes, a man of many talents and immense wealth, who failed to reinvent himself. Hughes was a successful businessman, film producer, and aviation pioneer. However, he became increasingly reclusive and eccentric, his public image spiraling out of his control. Despite his many accomplishments, Hughes is often remembered for his bizarre behavior and secluded lifestyle, rather than his contributions to society. He serves as a cautionary tale of what can happen when one fails to adapt and reinvent themselves in the face of changing circumstances. Moving on to a different era, we find Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who understood the power of image crafting. Though of modest origin, he styled himself as a military genius and leader, a persona that he actively cultivated. Napoleon didn't just rise to power, he recreated himself into an emperor, reshaping not just his image but also the course of history. He understood the importance of how he was perceived by others and used it to his advantage, shaping his narrative to suit his ambitions. This is an excellent representation of Law 25 in action. Contrasting Napoleon, we have King Louis XVI of France, who failed to adapt to the changing political climate of his time. Despite the growing discontent among his subjects and the rise of revolutionary sentiments, Louis continued to present himself as an absolute monarch, disconnected from the realities of his kingdom. This failure to recreate himself and adapt to the changing times ultimately led to his downfall and the end of the monarchy in France. These historical figures, whether they knew it or not, were playing out Law #25. Some succeeded, others failed, but their stories offer valuable lessons. The power of self-transformation is a tool that can be wielded to shape our destinies. As we've seen, it can be the key to staying relevant, gaining influence, and even altering the course of history. But if ignored or misused, it can lead to downfall and obscurity. So let's learn from these figures and remember the power of Law #25. Recreate yourself. Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good for Madonna and Napoleon, but how can I apply Law #25 in my life? Well, the first step is self-awareness. Understand your strengths and weaknesses. What are the traits that make you unique? What are the areas you need to improve? Once you have a clear understanding of who you are, you can start to shape how you want others to see you. Secondly, be adaptable. Just as the chameleon changes its color to blend with the environment, so too should you be willing to adapt to different situations. The ability to adjust your behavior, attitude, and approach based on your surroundings is a powerful tool in recreating yourself. Next, perception is key. How you perceive yourself often translates into how others perceive you. If you see yourself as a leader, chances are others will too. But it's not just about your self-perception. You also need to understand how others perceive you. This understanding can help you shape your image in a way that aligns with your goals. Now let's talk about consistency. While Law #25 encourages constant reinvention, it's equally important to maintain a certain level of consistency. This doesn't mean you should stick to one persona forever, but rather that your various personas should have a common thread that ties them together. It's this thread that forms your core identity. Finally, embrace change. Don't be afraid to let go of facets of your identity that no longer serve you. Remember, recreating yourself isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of you. It's about shedding the old and embracing the new, all while staying true to your core essence. So, start today. Reflect on who you are, who you want to be, and how you want to be perceived. Then, take deliberate steps towards shaping your image and persona. Remember, your life is your canvas and you are the artist. So pick up that brush and start creating your masterpiece.